again. Why is it that I orient it correctly, but somehow it goes back to the old orient? I don't even know what to tell you. I apologize. It's like, yeah, I can't fix it. Once you, hold on. Once you set it up, you can't go back and fix it. So yeah, so you're going to have these big old black spaces on the side. It is what it is. Some days I just don't even know what to do with myself. I'm trying to get this so I... All right. All right, my lovelies. Hello. It's been a long time since we had a live. A long time. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I thought we'd talk about if you had app questions or just questions in general. We could hash it out. And I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say this, and a lot of you people might not like it, but I'm really getting to enjoy the app. I am getting to like the new features and the new way it's done. I know it's kind of like when we really just don't like change. We really don't. I'll be the first one to, oh my God, it was like, but once you get onto it, see, if you track like you're supposed to, it gets easier, you know? Oh, and this lip stuff, somebody was posting it, I think I saw on some Instagram, and I've seen it before. It's a plumping lip oil. Girls do not have good lips, but I love lip oil. So I wanted to try it, and you don't really pick a shade, you pick a color, but it's not the color that you're going to get. But the lip oil, it gives you a pigment, like a natural pigment. First time I put it on, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this. But hello, everyone. I'm behind on everything. I am behind, and I apologize for and there goes the ring light went out. Let's put it back on. Come on. Oh God, can anything else go wrong today? Oh my gosh. Lots of things go right. Let's get this fixed. Hello, everyone. A lot of people cannot get the body scanner to work. It tells you what to do. There's, if it's not like lined up properly, it's not going to work. I got to put on live chat. I'm in top chat. All right, let's go. There we go. Hello, everyone. If you still trying, can't find my way in. Oh, it's at the bottom after the macros. I think fitness comes out or activity, and you toggle over. There is the weight, and you hit the little teeny arrow, and it gives you your weigh-ins. It doesn't total it. It'll just say like -1, -2.1. It doesn't give you like, -1, total loss 75 pounds. It doesn't do that. It's supposed to. It doesn't currently, but it is there. It is there. So if you want to ask me a question, please put it in capital letters so I can distinguish between my questions and the chat that you just chat amongst yourselves. And if I miss it, don't get mad. Denise sometimes is older and doesn't always see things, So, I'm afraid to move this laptop, but my ring light's going to go off. It's getting on my nerves, this ring light. I really feel like I said, it's something to get used to. We don't like change. Remember, I drink, you drink. That's the rules here. It is definitely different, and I think we tend not to like change. I'll be the first one to sit there and tell you I did not like change. But because I use it all the time, I've gotten better at it. I could find things, and I can know where things are. I found out where my recipe was. I'm like, I think I know. I'm like, there it is. Because I put in a recipe for gluten-free buckwheat pancakes. I made a little recipe. Oh, if you're gluten-free, let me tell you, it's hard to find a good pancake. But buckwheat, and it's funny, buckwheat has wheat in it and it's gluten-free. Don't ask me, but it is. Oh, the refreshers. Do you get it half concentrate? Because that's what I find is the best, because sometimes they're too sweet. Have you tried? I have not. The P, I think how you call it, P-Volve or something. You have to pay. Well, they give you a few free ones, but I think if you want to do them, you do have to. There's an additional charge. I'm not that dedicated to exercise, obviously, to really want to pay for it. So I'm going to be honest. That's kind of like, You know, I can get free stuff on YouTube. I shouldn't say that because I did buy an app last month. I can't remember what it's called. Um, Body Groove by Misty Tripoli. Oh, that's a lot of fun. That's a lot. I'm thinking about maybe doing that on Glam Squad one day. We'll see. Hello, everyone. I'm getting more used to the changes. I don't mind the new look. I actually like the new look. I feel like I love the circles. And if you want points, you just scroll over. I kind of do. It's you know it's just something to get used to. My house score, I think, was last I looked at it was 86. Should you stay or should you go? I don't know, Esther. I will not be at Glam tomorrow. I don't think I have a doctor's appointment. I have to go help somebody with something. Timmy's coming. I got so much to do. And Tuesday, Lori can't be there. I don't think I could host Tuesday. So it's going to be difficult. I'm going to have to think. I water them down. Well, like I said, you can get, if you go in the app, I always do everything, and when it goes to concentrate, you can put half, you could put light, I think it's called, light or low, something like that. Not, I think it's plenty. I go between green tea and sparkling water. Good night, Esther. Yeah, I prefer this. I like the circle's different. That's probably why I like it. It's new. You know, when new things are new, it's like you think you're doing something, different. Is it different now? And do you see the video I put out yesterday? I was just hoping to spark something when because I keep hearing people saying, I need weeklies. I'm going to change my points for all in. Well, that's the thing. If you really shouldn't, that's not all in. Then don't do all in because all in's nothing more than lower points. So if you're adding points, it defeats the purpose of all in. That's what I was trying to get across. I am still doing all in. I would say this weekend was a little bit of a difficulty. We had two parties. So not that it even matters. I probably would needed more points because just of restaurant and catered food. So technically, I needed more points. But it is what it is. I still had a good weigh-in though. Just saying. But yes, I'm still doing all in. I feel like maybe, and I like the fact that I could see. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really look at the points. I look at the macros and I look at the calories. This way, because I try to find things that are high in protein. Fiber's been my nemesis, and that is what I'm trying to work on, is finding more foods with high fiber. I struggle with fiber. I know. I need to do it. I had done deep dives in fiber. I've had many fiber videos on this channel. I don't know why I don't like look at them and reread them, rewatch them. Yeah, and here's the thing. You could do it for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They recommend 4 if you can do it. And then they say they recommend. You don't have to do take a break, then do it again. But here's the thing. That really just gets you on the 0 point foods. So if I hear I don't have enough points, but you have all those 0 point foods, and I don't eat them enough. I tell you that all the time. I don't eat enough 0 point foods. I really need to work on that. That's a huge thing. And my vegetables lately have been terrible. Maybe that's why my fiber's low. I have been terrible with vegetables. And I know I've been craving, and I know it sounds weird to say, I'm craving a salad made with red and white cabbage. I don't know why. I just keep seeing it on my feed, and I hear the crunch, and I'm like, I really, really, really want it. I think I'm doing starting much. The carb balanced tortillas are high. I can't have gluten. There lies my problem. I was found with a gluten sensitivity. I had 2 markers for it. My brother has celiac. So I was having issues with not really pain, it's more bloating after I would eat gluten. So they recommended that I try to do gluten-free, if definitely lighter gluten, which is hard to get lighter gluten. So I've been doing gluten-free. So I get the beef free wraps. So there's a sweet potato one. There is a flax one. I don't remember the fiber in that. I'd have to look. But yeah, that's probably why. I'm basically all in without being in all in mode. It usually always under my points and very rarely use my weeklies. Well, yeah, like I tell people that, like, you don't, if when they didn't have the update, they're like, I want to do all in. I said, just do 23 points a day. No weeklies, no rollovers, no fit points. And that's all in, and then you'll get it. And that's because it's the same 0 point food list. And when you do the update, and I don't know if people know this, I've said it a few times, but when you get the update and you turn your app back on, it's going to put you in weight loss. So if you want to be all in, you got to go to that. I think it's the wheel, and you hit and you toggle the all in. It's a mode. You go to modes and you toggle it all in. So, yeah, it is what it is. I've been finding, I mean, the biggest thing is bread. Your girl loves her bread. Pasta I can live without. I don't miss pasta. Bread I do, pancakes, but I have found buckwheat flour, and I mix it with a combination of almond flour and gluten-free flour. And I will say they're really good pancakes. They're fluffy, they're light, because a lot of gluten-free stuff is dense and thick and not even fluffy. But this combination, oh, it's really good. So yeah, so you don't, like I said, and a lot of people want to be on all in to see that weight loss score. Now, I don't know for sure, but if you are doing the weight loss or maintenance plan, if you switch your mode to all in, does it tally your score? It was funny because when they first came out with it, they said stress was supposed to be part of your score. Well, it's not, so I don't know where the heck that went. It's mostly protein, fiber, water, sleep, and fitness. They want you to get up and move. Get up and move. Yep. And I do track my sleep every day. I truly like my 0 calorie foods and eat them. I mean 0 point foods. I weight score, it's in the all-in mode. If you do all the things like eat correctly, well, I shouldn't say eat correctly, eat enough protein, enough fiber, get enough sleep, get enough water, because you track all of it, and work, like have some fit, activity, then it gives you a score every week. I need to put this on just in case Timmy calls. He's been known to call when I'm in the middle of a live. So put on do not disturb. All right. So it comes with, and don't ask me what percentage it gives. I don't know. But mine is usually around, it's been 86 this week. That's what I thought, Jill. I'm thinking, well, what 0 calorie foods is she eating and I want them? What's he been dragging me down? Oh, I'm telling you, sleep is huge. I have a person who had sleep apnea. We knew this. I still have it, obviously. I mean, you don't very rarely get rid of it, but my scores are so much better. But it really helps to have a deep sleep. There's sleep and then there's deep sleep. And now I get deep sleep and I feel so much better. I really do. If you're here, I'll give my PSA. If you are a person and your doctor wants you to get a sleep study, get it. Or if your doctor says, hey, you failed your sleep study, you need a CPAP and you're too afraid, get it. I don't care. It's uncomfortable. I'm telling you, you will feel like $1,000,000. And yeah, wearing a mask isn't always the best thing, but I'm telling you, once you start wearing it, I don't even realize I have a mask on. I'm going to be honest with you. Sleep is that important to me. Beans are a good source of fiber. I think that they are. I think you're right. Hello. Welcome. They are. I just need to I want to make something with, I feel like lentils have fiber in them. I had a big old bag of lentils. I have wanted to make something with them a few vlogs ago, and I never did. So I need to do something with those. Well, Lent is starting this week where we don't eat meat on Friday, so I am making pasta fazool on Wednesday. Timmy's going to be so jelly because that's his favorite. He'll probably be like, can you bring some down? No, I can't. Maybe I'll make him a batch. I'll see if he wants me to make him a batch. It's pretty easy. He should make it himself. Don't really understand the score. You talk a bit about that. It's a number that the app gives you when you have, it said it's supposed to be 6 criteria. It's only 5. There's the 6th one was stress and it's not there. So it is when you track your sleep, You track your water, you track your protein, you track your fiber, and it'll record any movement you have. So it's basically saying it gives you what it wants you to have. Like my app said, they want me to have 6,000 steps a day, a minimum. Never happens. That's probably why my score is 86. That's the one thing that I fall on is my steps are like between 4 and 5.5. I just, I know. No excuse. You should be moving more. I not that I want to blame the weather, but I like to walk outside. I have all the fun things to do in the house, but I'd rather go outside. And it's been really cold. But yeah, if you track all those things, it will give you a score. Like you track the hours of sleep you get. Like say you get 4 hours of sleep. Well, you put that, you slept from 1 to 4. You put that in there. So the less, of course, they want you to have to think a minimum of 6 hours, 6 to 7 to give you a higher score. Yeah, you definitely should get a sleep study. It doesn't hurt. And you don't realize how important oxygen is. When you deprive your brain of oxygen, like I was getting forgetful because I didn't have enough oxygen to my brain at night. And it's huge. Don't really understand. We talked about the health score. I think you're supposed to get closest to 100. I mean, I think anything over 75 is a good health score. Yes, I really want to do more plant-based. If you remember correctly, I did get a couple, me and my cookbook fetish, but I did get a couple of plant-based cookbooks. I want to do more plant-based foods. Not for any specific thing, but I feel like they are going to give me more fiber, and that's what I need. I love fish. Oh, I love fish. Oh, yeah, they're probably the amount that I use. I probably don't get enough fiber because, of course, chia seeds have points, and you think to yourself, it's chia seeds, but so a teaspoon is 0. I don't think I get enough fiber out of a teaspoon. I probably should go to a tablespoon. I probably should. It's probably calorie-wise, probably fine. But I'm so into the points. Like I keep still thinking points, points, points. But I've been putting things in my app, and I'm realizing it's not as detrimental as I like to think it is. Hubby is gluten-free, and I make him cottage buns. Yes, I do that. Yes, I just got that pizza flour. That's that King Arthur 00 pizza flour. What did I make with it the other day? Oh, I made little pita breads. I had to use up this yogurt I had. It was really good. I was really surprised. And it's really good in points. Like, I'm like, okay, I see you, flour. But yeah, so I got my first bag of my Thrive Market order. And I was excited to try it. And I'm like, do you really need to open another flour, Denise? I don't. But did I? Of course I did, because I wanted to try it. Story of my life. Open things I don't need to just because I want to try it. Trader Joe's gluten-free flour was pretty good, I will say. I did enjoy the Trader Joe's one. I love almond flour. I love almond. Oh my gosh. So what I do is I do half and half. So it's not as pointy when you do, like I do half gluten-free flour and half almond flour. Or even half oat flour too. I love almond flour. I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. But yeah, I do like that flour, and I'm so glad that I saw it on the Thrive Market. That's why I like Thrive, because I could put in there gluten-free, and it's only going to show me things that are gluten-free. I don't have to like read the label. You know how long that takes, go reading labels? It's terrible. Don't forget, Chalk Zero is having their 20% off. I think it's VDay20, all one word, when you check out. I just saved $11 because they have a cookie syrup, which I didn't know they had. So I had to order another cupcake, a cookie. I got a couple little treats. Oh, I got a jam, and I got a caramel sauce. Wow, I hate to say this, but I never heard anybody. Well, I think, and I asked my doctor this, I said, why did I lose weight? People keep saying, everybody on CPAP loses weight. He goes, no, the machine doesn't make you lose weight. What it does is it makes you well rested, and you could deal with thinking of things. When you're tired, who feels like thinking of something light to make? Who feels like tracking all these things when you're tired? You just want to like do the bare minimum. But when you get your recommended sleep and deep sleep, you can tackle all this. Nutrition has 15% off. You are correct. I also I have a nutrition code as well. Is there a distinctive flavor to almond flour? It's lighter. I will tell you that it's probably lighter than the gluten-free flour. It just gives it an airiness. I don't remember. I mean, is there? It's ground up almonds, so obviously has a little bit of an almond taste. It's not like almond paste. When you taste almond paste, it's very light in taste, but it's so fluffy when it just makes everything lighter. That's why I think I like it so much. I did make a cottage bun with some almond flour. I was pleasantly happy with it. I think I made it on the vlog a couple weeks ago. I made a cinnamon, the cottage cheese video. That video, I think I used almond flour or a mixture of almond flour. But yeah, but it's not like, I wouldn't say it's healthier. It's higher in points, almond flour. So I would say if you don't need to eat it, you don't have to. Like I always think when people hear gluten-free, they think it's lighter and healthier. It's not. It's for people who cannot process gluten. So I remember a girl at Weight Watchers said, "Oh, I'm eating gluten-free pasta now." Well, why? If you don't have a gluten intolerance, there's no reason to have gluten-free pasta. It really isn't. But I will say, all the lighter like rice flour pastas, chickpea pastas, are higher in protein. So you do get a little bit more protein in them. And there's a couple ones, like I don't like the Bonza. Somebody told me that Bonza now makes a rice flour pasta. I think it's in a green box. She says it's much better than their chickpea. I found their chickpea to be very gummy, which I could not get through that. Almond flour mix, I bet it does. I really enjoy it. It's pricier too. Just, you gotta watch price wise. I want to try to do something with the buckwheat flour. It has me intrigued. It really does. Like, it's dark. I mean, my pancakes were like dark brown or like a light black, but they were really good. In fact, I made it one batch I can get 2 days out of. I really enjoyed them. Oh, egg white pasta. I like those egg white wraps. Maybe they're gluten free. I probably never thought about that. I tell you, grocery outlet, if you have one in your area, they have a lot of gluten-free items at a very big discount. Sometimes they have the Shars stuff, which is pricey. They have crackers and cookies and all that kind of stuff there. Much, much more affordable than the regular grocery store. Don't forget to thumbs up this live, please. I haven't had a live in weeks. We were out all day. I didn't get home till like 4:30. It's Steve's brother's retiring. He's a priest over in Philadelphia, and it was a mass and a lunch, and I said, "My God, I'm not going to make another live. They're going to come at me with like lynching. They're going to lynch me." I said, "So I'm going to have to do the 7 o'clock." And I knew I'd be home because I knew it was lunch. I knew we'd be home, but I'm like, I just get tired now at this time of night, so I don't feel like I'm as energetic as I am in the afternoon. But so many people like this time better. But yeah, I don't know if we're doing anything next Sunday. He mentioned something about doing something next Sunday, so I'm like, oh my God, they're going to kill me. They're going to kill me. The red lentil at Trader Joe's is really good. I've had that. In fact, I think I have a bag of that in my pantry. Do you use specific recipes for cookies? Oh, Marianne, she's asking if you use a specific recipe for cookies. The heart of palm I don't really. I don't mind the rice. I didn't really care for the pasta, to be honest. Now, I love the zucchini noodles. Give me those. I love them. But yeah, I did not care for the hearts of palm pasta. Now, I love hearts of palm. I was on a roll of, I used to get, I was just thinking about that the other day. I was getting an auto delivery from Amazon. Every like 6 weeks I get a case. And I was like, I think I burned out of them, which happens. You eat, and then I stopped. I'm just thinking, oh my God, I've had hearts of palm in like close to a year now, I think. Maybe we need to revisit our hearts of palm for my dip. But I love eating them just the way they are. So I think they're fun just to dip in the dips. Yeah, I didn't like the Hearts of Palm. The one that I tried, I think it was Palmyra. Now maybe Trader Joe's has one, it might be better. I know Aldi has one, but I've gotten the rice and I didn't mind the rice. Because rice is supposed to be a little bit bitey. But pasta, I did not care for it. And I'm not a huge fan of spaghetti squash either. I don't. It's too sweet. And when I want pasta dish, I don't want like a sweet thing. So that's why I don't like dig the spaghetti squash. I'll be honest, like I said, I have this, which I did show in the Thrive Market haul from Wednesday's video, that I got the rice ramen from Thrive Market. And I really enjoyed that. So I got another bag of that. I like the app. Change happens if we like it. I honestly, yeah, change is hard, but once if you keep tracking and you will get used to it. I'm really gotten very, very good at it now because I've been doing it. But I do think I do enjoy it. I do like a little change because sometimes I feel like we get complacent. And I feel like change is always good. What have the Hearts of Palm gotten expensive, Suzanne? Yeah, they're delicious. I mean, give me zucchini boats. Oh, I love zucchini boats. No specific recipe, just modify normal milk chocolate. Yeah, you just switch out the flour in your cookies. Yeah, the can's the worst one. I think if you want to have one, you should try the ones in the box like Aldi or Trader Joe's has. They're a little bit better, but There's this one at Grocery Outlet. It's called Skinny Pasta. It was $9 a box. I was not spending $9 on pasta that I probably won't like. But I looked at it. I keep waiting. I'm thinking maybe it'll go down in price and maybe I'll, but $9. I wasn't putting out $9 for it. Yeah. But here's the thing. Like I said, I'm so pastaed out. Y'all know, growing up, we had pasta twice a week. Being Italian. So I really am pastaed out. And it's funny because Timmy always, Mom, why don't you make more pasta? Because I got it up to here. I don't want you to think about it. So I feel bad for them because they really would like it. But yeah. I usually eat the Barilla protein pasta. Yes. That's pretty good. For a protein pasta, it's pretty tasty. Oh, I love zucchini. Oh my gosh. I love putting it in eggs. Oh, it's delicious. All I have made, I want to track because I want to see this health score. There you go. The health score, it's making you want to track. That's a good thing. Remember, we track so we know. I always say, this is my tip. I track so I know like what I could eat. If I don't track, then I don't know. And I'm always like probably undercutting myself. You know what I've been having for the past 2 weeks? Almost every night. I keep mentioning in my weigh-in video, I have a date, a medjool date. I take the pit out and I put a little bit of almond butter in there. Let's just say it tastes like a piece of stinking candy. It's a date. And there's probably fiber in that. I should check on that. But yes, the date with the peanut. And sometimes I put some chocolate chips in there. Some either Zero chocolate chips or Lily's, whatever I have around. Hi, Marianne. New here. I like the app. I have gone through virtual webinars and they are very helpful keeping up. It will definitely get, and that's a great thing Marianne pointed out. Go to the webinars. Go to these things. I do believe even if you have app only, I think you can go to those. But yeah, definitely. It's definitely a learning curve. It is. And it is different. I mean, things are in different spots. So I can understand the frustration. But what I want to say to you, if you keep practicing, it will get better. If it gets better for me, and I don't consider myself a rocket scientist, trust me, it will get better for you. And like I said, finding things, that food log, there's a lot of stuff that we need that's right in that food log. Well, welcome, Marianne. I didn't welcome you, I meant to. Has anyone done the all body scan yet? Has anybody done their body scan? I have not. I don't know if I want to. I feel like I don't need my body on the World Wide Web. And it's funny because Weight Watchers said, oh, we don't have access to that. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. You have access to anything in that app. It's your app. You should have access to everything. I expect you to. I don't know if I believe they don't have access. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. I've been eating, grazing to keep my mind off what's happening. Oh, I hear you, Suzanne. I stopped eating at 6. It's the last yesterday we had to eat late because we didn't get to the party till 6, and they didn't serve till like 6:30, quarter to 7. So I had to eat later than I normally eat. I know the date that it tastes like candy. I don't know if I'd say a Snicker, but it tastes like candy. Definitely sweet, and the stickiness reminds you of like caramel. It really does. Yeah, I've used the PB too. I just use regular, like I like probably a teaspoon maybe of butter in there, almond butter or peanut butter. It's been my like treat every night. I think it's 2 points for a date, depending on the size. I think, and then the peanut butter. Is it 1 point? I think it's 1 point for the peanut butter that I use. I should use the powder. You're right. I should use the powdered peanut butter because I can get more. I have flavored ones. I have butterscotch. I know, and honey roasted, and I have the crunchy. I really should. You're right. You're right, Joe. I should do that. If you ever see the Jules brand of dates, try them. They are the best I've ever. I wonder if that's the ones I have. I got them at BJ's. And is it Medjool? Because I get the Medjool ones. But I don't know if it's, but mine have pits in them. And first I'm thinking to myself, really pits? But they come right out. It's not, and it pops right out. So it's not hard to get the pit out. But I would prefer pitless, but they're really not hard. They just pop right open. Oh, dates are kryptonite. What I do is I make it and I put it away. I'm much better if it's not, if I leave the dates sitting there because I don't want to put them away because I'll do it after I eat. And I agree, it doesn't end well. But and I have it every night almost, so I feel like I I'm better when I have something than when I put it on that pedestal to say I'm only gonna have this like every other week. Then it could make me be a little bit crazy. But that's why like I buy things in bags. I buy my little chips. I buy little rice cakes. And if I don't have a date, I have a rice cake with peanut butter or nut butter. Sometimes it's almond. Sometimes it's the Dive Bar protein butters. The divorce cake one is so good. So good. Oh my gosh. But like I said, I have it, so it's not something I'm going to be like, oh, I want more. No, I know I'm going to have more. That's what I tell myself. I've never put dates in my oatmeal. And I told you what I've been doing with oatmeal. I've been making it the night before, which I'm going to go up and do tonight. I make it with water and oats. And let me tell you, every time the water evaporates, I add more water. And it just grows. It's like growing oatmeal. And then I put it in little individual jars. So I usually make 2 servings. And it cools. And then in the morning, I top it with yogurt and some nuts and seeds, or maybe we'll do dates tomorrow. And I eat it like that as my overnight oats because I heard, and it's true. I don't even know how to explain it. Why I'm saying I don't know how to explain it, but insulin resistance, like things that are going to spike your blood sugar, like oats, potatoes, and stuff like that, because they're carbs. If you cook them, let them get cold, and then eat them, you can even reheat it. It lowers that, I think. This way they're either more insulin. I can't think of the wording I want to use, but they're better for you if you're a person that's like low carb, diabetic. Not that I am, because I'm not, but I feel like I can do that, and maybe it'll help. So I don't want to have those spikes. Check Sprouts. Okie dokie. And we know we have a Sprouts in my area. Date recipes with coconut. My mom used to stuff dates. I can't remember what she stuffed them with. It wasn't the sausage. I've seen that. Where you stuff it with sausage to wrap it in bacon. They're pretty good too. I understand. But here's what I also do, Poe, is I will make an announcement. So if I would feel really bad to take it after I said to them, make sure I don't eat another one, or I'm only gonna have one, because then they'll be like, oh, you had another one, eh? Couldn't. And I'd be like, I would feel really, really bad. Sometimes I do that. I make myself accountable to people around me. I do that when we go out for Mexican. I can't have tortilla chips. Oh my gosh, it's kryptonite. Especially only the homemade ones. If they get to a restaurant where they're using Tostitos, they don't move me. But homemade ones, yeah, because I don't get them often. But I tell them, I said, don't let me eat these. This way I will feel so bad if they're like, I will let them down and I will be a disappointment. Guilt. Because I'm scared that ChatGPT will use my beautiful figure in a cartoon character. You never know with ChatGPT. The last 2 orders of Dive Bar nut butters was disappointing because the jars were. Well, I think the nut butter. Don't quote me on this. I think they told me once that they're using the bigger jars, but you're getting the right amount of nut butter. Or if you're not, I would message them and complain. Because a public thing to say you're upset, they don't want that going out there. Dates and oatmeal sounds delicious. Now, I don't know if I want to cook them with the dates because I want to taste the dates, like bite into them, so I don't think I will. Add pecans and walnuts. I don't have any pecans, or I have almonds. I don't have pecans or walnuts. That's what I would say. Try messaging them, Cuke, and tell them and see what they say. I was under the impression, that I could be wrong, that it was the same amount of, but they only had the other jars. But check with that. Ooh, piece of Dove dark chocolate or strawberries. I love strawberries. They're going to be in season soon. They're so pricey. Though I will say Acme has them on special this week. So I got to get there. I got to get my lower price strawberries because I've been craving strawberries. I prepped rice in half a cup of super cubes and froze them for my mom who's diabetic. Oh, yes, it's same thing with anything. Like if you freeze bread and then toast it, it's supposed to be better. Same thing with potatoes. So I'll roast potatoes, put them in the fridge, and then I'll have them. You could reheat them. It's just they have to get cooked then cooled. After that, they're fine. You could reheat them and it's fine. I mean, it's those little things like, is it going to hurt me to do that? No. It's just maybe every little thing helps, you know? Cravings things our body needs something. Yeah, sweets. That's what my body's telling me. It's like, I will say though, things like that don't make me crave sugar as much as eating cane sugar. Something with cane sugar. Oh my God. Like a regular piece of cake, a cupcake, a cookie, a drink at Starbucks. Oh my God, it sets me off. Now, monk fruit, stevia doesn't do that. It doesn't. I don't get that like, oh, I have to have more. Good night, Poe. Oh, well, I think Ezekiel you have to keep in the freezer because it'll get moldy like that. Because I was hoping Ezekiel was gluten-free, but it's not. Because I figured it's a seed bread, but it ain't the right seed bread. So, yeah, I am literally upset about that because I love Ezekiel bread. I love it. I wonder if Dave's Killer Bread has a gluten. Dave needs to come up with a gluten-free bread. That's the big thing. I will say Sprouts has gluten-free bread sourdough. That's probably the best I've had. And they also have bagels, which I really enjoy. Because like I said, it's hard to get them to taste good. They're just usually dense. But the ones at Sprouts are pretty good. Pricey, yes. I think I spent $6 for 4 bagels. Or maybe $9 for 4 bagels. It was high. But you know what? I don't eat them I eat them maybe once every other week, and I enjoy it. I really do. When I was at Grocery Outlet, they have like things that, on special. They had 99 cents it was Philadelphia brand whipped cream cheese, which you get more for your points when you get it whipped, was a Chipotle. Oh my gosh, was that good. I would never have tried Chipotle cream cheese, but I really liked it. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. I put it in my chicken salad. It was so good. I hear the same with rice. Yes, that is true. Yep. Yeah, the glycemic, yeah, it lowers the something. It's something to do. It's better if, especially if you have spikes, and you're like I said, diabetic, or it's the best way to do things like I said, oats, rice, potatoes, bread. Yeah, I do. I mean, I keep my gluten-free bread in the freezer because I'm the only one that eats it. And I don't eat it all the time, and I don't need it going moldy. With Lent starting Wednesday, that is a great find of cravings we're having. Exactly. My Lenten, I don't give up things for Lent. I used to do that, but I'm thinking, you know what? I give up a lot being on a weight loss journey. So what I try to do, and I failed at this the last couple of years, is I try to do something else. Like do something for someone, do something for something, or, and I would, for me, what I should do this year, when I was thinking about it, is eat more, like try more vegetables. I really, my vegetables have been really terrible the last couple of months. I'm surprised I've lost weight because I used to be a big veggie eater. I mean, you'd see my bowls. I've just really slacked off on that. And salads. I think because, and you probably agree, you get burnt out. I mean, I was burnt out on eggs. I think a couple of months ago, I don't think I've eaten an egg back then at all. I can't do eggs anymore. You just have them all the time. It just, ugh. So I kind of stopped, and then I got a new appreciation. I made them a little bit different. So I've been enjoying just scrambled eggs. Like I scramble them, and I put a little Canadian bacon inside, a little bit of cheese, and it's a little bit different. And I make them real soft. So I have been enjoying eggs a little bit more these days. My doc wants me to cut carbs. I prefer a bit experience in low carb. I've not really had. There is like a carb I mean, if you look on your macros, there is a macros for carbs. You could keep an eye on it. Did he say how low he wants you to, like how many carbs a day he would recommend? Some doctors are different. Do you have an Aldi's? Bobby Parrish says sprout spread. Yeah, but I think the spreader bread has gluten in it. Hi, Proud Mary. Ultra processed food. What'd they say, Proud Mary? They said not to have any. They're the devil's spawn. I mean, there's processed foods. Then there's ultra processed foods. Never the two are the same. That's not bad, 150, because that's a good number. I try to do under 120. 150 is a good number. What I would recommend, make it easier, is give yourself like so much per meal. Like, this way you're not feeling like, oh, like with that amount, you could do like 40 a meal. Like don't go over 40 grams of carbs a meal. This way and of course you have to think of snacks too, but 40, 80 would be 120, and you still have a little bit left over for like a snack. And don't always feel you have to get that. Like if you're eating something that doesn't have carbs in it and you're enjoying it, then eat it. Like I always feel like we like I need to have carbs. If you're enjoying what you eat, then enjoy what you eat. Don't always worry about, oh, I'm not getting enough carbs. If you don't want to eat it, you don't want to eat it that day. I guarantee you the next day you might want to. Buy frozen veggies ready on. I really don't have enough frozen veg. That's a really good point. And I was thinking that the other day. Like I used to always have the Trader Joe's peppers and onions in my freezer, and I would always put them out for something. I'd always put them in everything. And I have not done that. I've been poaching eggs in the microwave. It's funny. Poached eggs. If you ask me if I wanted a poached egg, I'd say no. Like the thought of a poached egg does not appeal to me. But if I eat it, I like it. I know it makes zero sense. The thought of it turns me off. But when I have it, I like it. There's no rhyme or reason behind my thinking. I don't know. You know what I did make a few times? I made it on the channel. Eggs in purgatory. If I ever have like spaghetti sauce left, like, I think you need maybe a cup, maybe a cup and a half. Yeah, a cup would probably be enough. And you put it in your frying pan and you heat it up. And then you just make a little divot in there and you crack your egg and you put a lid on it and let the egg cook in there and poach over. I'm telling you, eggs and tomato sauce are very good. I was like, where have I been? Where has this been all my life? It's really good. sorry, Karen. This is an off time for me too. I was talking how it affected the increase in type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart problems. They always, yeah. You know, there is like, there is a place for convenience foods or high processed foods, but you can't have like the majority of your food be processed. But let's face it, everything we eat is processed to a degree. I mean, cheese is processed because it doesn't come out of the cow in cheese blocks. So yeah, it is processed. And there's ultra processed, like when you like Velveeta. We don't know what Velveeta is. Now, I love the Velveeta shreds. Do I eat them? Sure I do. I just don't eat them in like, abundance of them. I will sprinkle here and there. I will put it in my hash waffle. I don't feel guilty about it. I made toads in a hole. Oh my gosh, yes. We used to call that egg in a nest. But yeah, toads in the hole. We would have a lot of growing up on Fridays when I was every day. Sometimes we'd spoon. I couldn't believe how good it was. And I thought, I've seen this. Know where I saw it first? You might remember them. On the Food Network, the two fat ladies, they were two, I guess they were from Britain, Great Britain. Oh my gosh, she would drive on this motorcycle. The other one would ride in the sidecar. Love that show. Illinois won't allow the Bobby skin. There's so many apps. You can do Yuka's a really good app. You don't have to use Bobby. Bobby doesn't know everything. I'm not a fan of Bobby. If you love Bobby, you can love Bobby. I do not even like Bobby. Bobby and I have a love-hate relationship. Actually, hate relationship. I don't care for him. I think people that do this and then have their own products just really irks me. Like, do you really not like it, or you just want me to buy what you're selling? That's my problem, and I cannot, So I would say use the Yuka app, YUCA, and that gives you all the other fun things. Oh, everything is hooked to obesity. It is. I mean, eggs with a hat. Oh my gosh, I love eggs. Would you make 2-ingredient dough and taste more like a biscuit? Good question. I find it already does taste like a biscuit, to be honest. Maybe add less yogurt and more flour so it's a little drier would be my advice. I don't like the singles. I like the shreds. I don't know why. I have always loved the shreds. I don't like the Velveeta singles. It's not like I don't like them. I guess I don't have a need for them. If I want to have a slice of cheese, I got my provolone. But if I want to sprinkle cheese, the Velveeta melts so well, and it's so good on the hash waffle. Oh, I don't care for Bobby. No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't care. Let's not talk about him because it's like shakshuka or eggs in purgatory. Yes. Back when I used to have bread. Yep. I'm telling you, you think it doesn't sound appetizing. It doesn't look, let's face it, it doesn't look appetizing, but it is so good. That's about me and poached eggs. I love poached eggs, but I don't desire to eat them. I know, it's weird, but I enjoy them. It's the thought of that runny yolk, but I like it. I just don't like the way it looks. And we eat with our eyes first. So I very rarely have poached eggs. But if we're out and there's like a Benedict, I will probably order it. I try not to look at it. I cut it and I mix it so the yolk makes more of a... If you ever see my bowls, I'll cut it and I'll make it like a sauce. So I don't have to look at the yolk. I am who I am. Yuka. Here, I'll put it down in the chat. YUCA. Yuka. I believe there's a free version. You probably don't get all the bells and whistles, which most, you don't. But I hate fearmongers. Don't sit there and tell me that this is bad, because don't tell me Cheerios are bad. Don't get on that box and tell me Cheerios are bad. A bowl of Cheerios never hurt anybody. Like, I follow Food Science Babe on Instagram. She's a scientist. And she said if you ate 30 boxes of Cheerios in one sitting, you'd have problems. But eating a bowl of Cheerios It's not going to hurt anybody, but that's not what they say. And most people who say these things are people with no medical background. Follow a scientist, my lovelies. Know who that said it, I guess. Oh, don't worry. You're not missing anything, Lynn. You don't need to worry. Mm-mm. Good night, Patty. I'm into 7 into my sugar detox. I was drinking water and too much sugars. Yeah, sodas were, for me it was instant iced tea was an Achilles heel of mine. I would buy the big old powdery, jug of it, and I'd mix it the instant iced tea. I can't believe just how much sugar was in that and how much I was drinking a day. It was crazy. Now I brew my own tea, and I actually can have it without sugar. I've come a long way. I gave up any sugar in my tea one year for Lent. As long as I have lemon, I'm usually pretty good. Oh, I think Eggs Benedict needs runny eggs because it had that biscuit. I just can't look at it. I know I know saying it even sounds weird, but it is true. I cannot look at it. It's just like, yeah, no, not sure about that. But yeah, but I make my hashes and I make my eggs over. I just sit there, and I cut it real fast, and I toss the vegetables so I don't see it. But I like it. I first tried poached eggs not too long ago. It was a few years ago. We were at a brunch, and they had a salmon Benedict, smoked salmon Benedict. I love smoked salmon anything, and I'm like, I need to try that. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I was gonna try and smoke my own salmon, not smoke it. You could make gravlax where you put all the salt on there and it cooks it. I've always wanted to try that, but hi, I'm Denise, and I don't really feel like doing it. But I would love to, but I don't feel like it. I have these grand ideas, like, do I want to do that? Yeah, no. I'll just buy the packaged smoked salmon. I love it with cream cheese, capers on my bagel. Favorite thing ever. You know how to make cold brew coffee? I do. I have. Oh, Marianne, I hear you. Cold brew coffee. I have a video on that. Don't quote me. I think it's a cup and a third of coffee grinds. And you can use any. You can use any container. And 4 cups of cold, they say filtered water, cold water. Mix it. Let it sit for 24 hours. Then you drain it with, like, I try to use like a coffee filter or a cheesecloth or a mesh strainer lined. And you drain out the grinds. And then you have your base. And you keep it in the fridge. And then when you want to make something, it's a 1/3 cup of the base to 2/3 cup of either water. If you want to make hot coffee, you can. Or milk of choice. Like we would use like cow's milk, almond milk. And you can make like a latte. You can just whip it together. And it really is. It's easy. You don't need special coffee. I wound up getting a cold brew pitcher because I was making it so often it made life easier. And I don't like coffee. And they're like, Mom, this is really good. I'm like, I know, and I don't even like coffee. And it's so simple. They say brewing it that way, it's less bitter. But yeah. But yeah, I have a video. If you search in the little search bar, cold brew, I have a million. I should have it, like, I must have done it several times. It's very easy. And when I make it, if I'm vlogging that day, then I'll just vlog it. But it's 4 cups of water to a cup and a third of coffee grinds. You can do flavored ones. I've made pumpkin spice, whatever flavored grinds you have. They could be coarse, they could be fine. You're going to strain them anyway. It all works. Give it a little stir. And then, like I said, it's hard to filter them out. Like I have a filter that I use in my cold brew pitcher. But if you're going to, I wouldn't invest in it unless you're going to make it regularly. Then, because it's probably really inexpensive. Probably 25 or 35 bucks to get like a cold brew pitcher. And what it does, it comes with a little filter. And then you can keep your cold brew base in there. Like I said, I wound up getting one because it just made life easier for me. But yeah. But it's very, very simple. I mean, one time I made a smoothie out of it. I used the cold brew base in the milk, and I threw a banana in there, and I threw a little bit of oats, and I blended it for like if you get oats makes a little bit more satiating, and the banana, and that was I did that for a video, a collab. It was funny because I'm like, I can't taste this because it's like, yeah, I think I pretended to taste it. I had the boys taste it. They said it was good. I'm like, okay, because I'm just going to say it's good because I'm taking your word for it. But yeah, I can't do coffee. Can't do it, won't do it. Can't get it down. I've tried. Steve will be, oh, this tastes like hot chocolate. It's mocha. Like, it doesn't taste like, it tastes like coffee with chocolate in it. You're welcome, Karen. Like I said, it's very, it's, if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's very, very basic. And like I said, they sell like cold brew coffee. You know, you don't need cold brew coffee. You just need coffee grinds of any sort. They'll sit there and try to sell you these more expensive grinds, but no, you just need regular coffee grinds. I've used the Dunkin'. They like the Dunkin' one, and they liked when I did the pumpkin spice. And like I do that, like if I need to get rid of coffee, like we got this extra coffee, we can get rid of these grinds. I'll make a. And we don't make it too much in the winter because they like it cold. They like when I mix it with the milk and whip it up in the like little, you know, the bullet. They like it like that. I even throw some whipped cream on top. I look like a barista. It's like, and I hate coffee. Oh my gosh, I really wished I liked it. I don't. But yeah, so I hope we talked enough about Weight Watchers and apps and fun things. I think we did. We covered a lot tonight. I always feel like sometimes we don't talk enough about it because we get off kilter. Well, I should tell you, I'm thinking about doing another live on my other channel where we don't have to talk about food or anything. We just talk about what's going on in our world, not our world. Like what's going on, what's fun to talk about, you know, what are you into and what kind of hobbies. I often wondered, I don't really have any hobbies. Not that I want them. That's the thing. I should have a hobby, but I don't want to have a hobby. I don't need a hobby. And then I'm like, oh, I want to do this. You really don't want to do that. Why would you sit there and think you want to do that? I'm at the age where, yeah, I like to watch somebody else do it. I'll watch them. My hobby is playing mahjong. Oh my gosh. I am so addicted to mahjong on my iPad. It's crazy. I was playing so much the other day, I got dizzy. Because I'm like, I need to go to the next level. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, why do I feel nauseous? Because you've been playing mahjong for an hour and a half. That could be why. This has been so much fun. I've missed these lives. Time was perfect. Yeah, because you're over in California. Yeah, I bet this does work out better for you. Yep. All right, my lovelies. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to thumbs up this live before you go. I appreciate it. And if you're watching after the fact, thank you for watching. Leave me a comment and say, hey, I'm watching because so many people watch this live after the fact. It's amazing. And I will tell you, the chat does not come up for like maybe 8 to 10 hours later. It doesn't register. If you watch, say you watch the live an hour later, you're not going to see the little word chat. It just doesn't do it. I know, it's a pain in the butt. I agree. But that's YouTube, and there's nothing I can do about that. So, it's there. But yeah, well, thank you. Hey, Kelly. Exactly. This is finding, it's like finding ways to create my things that I love lighter has been my hobby. And I'm saying I'm doing pretty well. I will say there's nothing, I don't eat something just because it's light. I eat it because it's good. I'm not going to sacrifice taste to save points, calories. I'm just not. So I have to if it's good and then I'm happy with it, like I said, does it hit the note? Is it good? It's never going to taste like the original. You have to get that out of your head. But is it good? And that's what you're looking for. Something good. All right, thank you. I've missed you guys. It's been weeks. I know. Thank you all so much. And I will see. Weigh in tomorrow, maybe up late. I don't know because I have so much to do tomorrow. I have no idea when I'm going to fit it in. So hopefully I'm going to get it before I have to go out to the doctors. That's my hope. We'll see if it happens. I don't know. I'll do the best that I can. But it'll be up sometime tomorrow. It might be late tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll get it when we get it. But that is it for me. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to thumbs up this live before you go. I appreciate it. If you haven't yet, that's the subscribe button. Join us at subscribe. It's totally free. And my ring light just went out, so that means I gotta go. So I will see you later, my lovelies. Ta-ta for now.